Hey everyone! So I'm going to be doing two different updates. It makes it seem like four when I do that. I'm going to be doing two different updates. A pregnancy update, which is going to be this one, and then a family update, which is going to be what all has happened in the past 2 months. If you do notice a difference, I do have my new camera. It's the Sony Cybershot DSC HX200V, and it films in HD. Yes. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted this way. I keep seeing like flashes of light out our window. I like shiny things, so when I see something shiny or glimmery, I have to look at it. So don't mind me, I'm just finding shiny things. But anyway, so I'm 30 weeks and 3 days today. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and without going into too much detail, my last appointment, so one that was like a month ago, I did the whole glucose tolerance testy thing, and they found out just how anemic I am. Now, I've known I've been anemic since I was first pregnant with our first pregnancy, so the pregnancy before Lex. And so I've known I've been anemic this whole time. I've been having to take iron supplements since then, and my body just does not absorb it. So when I got my glucose test done, they actually told me that my body has no trace amount of iron whatsoever. Like, there's nothing. They cannot even see that my body has iron in it. So that would explain why before then I was so sluggish. However, I just kind of wrote it off as that's just how I am. Now, I've had to get my iron supplements changed probably once every 3 or 4 months, just because, they want to see if anything has changed. So knowing that my body has no trace amount of iron in it kind of sucks. And he said there was basically 3 options, and they were going to go in this order. They were going to majorly increase my iron intake and change the form of it in hopes that my body would actually absorb some of it. If that didn't work, I would have to do iron infusion therapy, which is basically a bag, an IV bag that they pump into your body through an IV catheter, and they would have to do that once every few days. That takes about an hour to do. And if that didn't work, if it came to it, I would have to get a blood transfusion with an iron blood transfusion. So they would purify my blood and then put as much iron into it as they could in hopes that mixing it with my blood would actually make my body absorb it better, because it's already, pre-mixed. But luckily with the new supplement, my body has amounts of iron in it. They can actually measure the amount. So that's pretty exciting. I don't have to do a blood transfusion, so I know that's completely off the list. However, they don't know if I'll still have to do iron infusion therapy or not. I'm hoping not, but if I do have to, that's just kind of what I have to do. I have noticed though on my new supplement that I'm definitely a lot peppier and I'm a lot less tired. I just kind of wrote it off sometimes as, I'm pregnant, I'm just tired, my body's doing a lot of work. No, that's not the case. Your body needs iron in order for it to basically function. So I've been basically running off steam for a while. Yeah, so everything with the baby's measuring good. I don't think I have this up on YouTube yet, but I know I put it on my Facebook page, and it's just my personal Facebook page. I don't have a fan page anymore. It just became too much of a hassle. But anyway, we do have a name picked out for our baby girl, and her name's going to be Gabriella. We don't quite know a middle name yet. I'm really hoping for Renee. However, my husband says he just doesn't know why he doesn't like it. So I told him, fine, if you don't like it, you can figure out a middle name. So I don't know if he's actually going to figure out a middle name or not. If not, her middle name's going to be Renee. It's kind of what I did with Lexi too, and he hated her middle name for the longest time. And then I think a week before we ended up actually having her, he was like, you know what, I kind of like it. So I'm holding out that he really will just come into the name Renee. So anyway, her name is Gabriella, spelled with 2 L's. I know a lot of people spell it with just 1 or whatever, but I really liked the 2 L's so that you can shorten it to Ella and it's not going to look really weird. However, since his family is from Mexico, the pronunciation for it is very different. It'd be Gabriella because double L makes a y sound. So either way, I don't really care. But anyway, so her name's Gabriella, and we basically have the girls' room all figured out. I've been putting up vinyl decals that I make myself everywhere. We are redecorating and reorganizing the apartment. And I think for me, this is kind of like my nesting phase. I don't believe I ever had a nesting phase with Lex, but yeah. So everything is good. I weigh 145, which is kind of interesting because I was 162 the day I had Lex, or the night I had Lex, or the morning I had Lex, because we got to the hospital like, I want to say 1, almost 1 in the morning. So yeah, I was 162 with the Lex, and I'm at 145 right now. So really wondering how big I'm going to get because my belly button has already popped. My belly button never popped with Lex. It just kind of flattened out. Still no stretch marks, which is awesome, even though I'm a lot bigger. Like right now, I'm about the same size as I was when I had Lex. So who knows how big I'm actually going to get, but I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know what else to say. We still have to get her car seat, and we still have to put up the crib, but we have all of her clothes. We had to redo the girls' closet because there's so much like stuff that we just had to reorganize it. So we put in another shelf, and it in itself also has another hanger rack thing for it. So there's 2 levels of hangers. There's also 2 shelves, and there's also a small like little bookcase that we have blankets put in right now. And I have a foot trying to come through my belly button right now. She is head down, and I know that because I've been getting rib kicks. I never got that with Lex. I got like a head up in my rib, but with Gabby, she really likes her feet up and her head down, so I'm hoping that it stays that way. We have figured out a C-section date, which is after my due date, in hopes that if I do go early, I can shoot for a VBAC. However, at this point, I really don't care how I deliver, and I know that sounds really bad, I guess. If I'm able to have a VBAC and everything goes fine, everything is perfectly normal, then I'm going to do a complete natural VBAC, give myself the best possible chance to have a natural birth. However, if I do make it to my due date, or not my due date, to the scheduled C-section, which is, I believe, 3 days later, then I'm completely fine with having a C-section just because I know what it's about. I know I'm not going to panic for it, which I know when you're actually in labor and having contractions, I remember tensing up a little bit because I had back labor, which sucks. But yes, so I'm really hoping that doesn't happen this time. But like I said, if I go before my due date or even on my due date, just anytime before my C-section, my scheduled C-section, I'm going to try for a natural VBAC. However, if I make it to the C-section date, I'm just going to be like, you know what, just do a C-section. That way I know when she's here, everything is fine and all that kinds of stuff. But that is pretty much my update. I know it's been really long. It's almost like 9 minutes. So I will do a quick belly shot, and then I will get into the family update. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them down below, since obviously I haven't made a video in a really long time. There's probably going to be some questions. But I don't know if you can see this, but here's with my shirt on. Oh, it's a really tight shirt. See, my belly button is like popped out, and that like freaks me out. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys for the next video.